And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now motion him out of the backfield. Stafford to the air to start us off. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. Finds his back, Kyren Williams. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Stafford now on 1st down. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. The first carry now for Kyren Williams. And he'll take it ahead down to the 33. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw complete to Williams. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll give it to Williams on the option. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Cut out left. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
On comes Joshua Carty in the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Madison. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at 2nd and 3. From the 36. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Caught by Marshall. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Rams will take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. Offense in the hurry up here. They toss to Williams, headed right. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 1:06 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Rams. With it, 1st and 10.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Get some space around midfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st down from the red zone. It's complete to Higbee. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Working quickly here. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. 3rd and just 2 to go. Another run for Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
On comes Joshua Carty in the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Slides kick is up and good. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for them.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Second and 4. Finds him on the slant. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He's back to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. They kick the running back in motion. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. A final throw before the break. He put everything he had into this one. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. To throw it on 1st down. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now first run of the game, Zamir White. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. Man in motion here. Third down from the gun. He'll get this to Tucker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the the gun, White. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Now motion him out of the backfield.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, a run for White. Pushing for the red zone. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for Raiders first. They've got a man in motion. From the red zone now. He'll get it complete to Alexander Madison. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Back now, pressure on its way. He's got it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Motioning the tight end now.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
So they'll be set up with a first and goal when we come back.
With the score,
It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. First and goal, they've got 4 chances to tie this one up. It's White on the give. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Offense in the hurry up here.
no gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Hauled in left side. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Looking to throw. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders come through to tie it in the 4th. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Kate. And some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
They have this try now to put them in front late. And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
To go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Rams trail by just 1. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Stafford from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, your play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders side of the field. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing now. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he officially gets them into the red zone before going out at the 20. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They call a timeout here. They've got the timeout, so with 5 seconds left, a kick could win this game. Every eye in this place now staring right at Joshua Carty. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. That one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
The slot man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Now it's Burrow. That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Burrow will throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Burrow looking to pass. Out to his left. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a 1st down?
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the 1st before he's brought down. They'll run for the 1st time here with Brown. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. No score after one on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for him, don't you think? Right? You go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd, but it might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Purdy now to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. The defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Let's go now.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Go! 70 Timberwolves. Go trap. Go trap. Ready.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must-drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
Here we go, set.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 35.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Purdy on fourth down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on fourth, they'll work from the 20 on first down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey from 17 yards out. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Well, it took almost 3 quarters for them to get their first touchdown of the game, but it may turn out to be worth the wait. This has been a heck of a battle so far, but they finally punched one in here to take the lead.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now it's Burrow. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 11. Looking to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And Burrow going to keep it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Burrow on play action. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Hudson.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And the Bengals grab it. And
that's right.
Guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard.
That's right. Yeah, I worked for that.
This game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's
all right, I will.
Being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock.
It hit sticking you all game. You just barely got me.
Bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
I know what I'm doing.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Burrow. Open man is Yoshibas. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's second down and 3. To throw, Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Down the left sideline and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here's first and 10.
11.
Throwing, Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is
Under some nasty food.
should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
why is all of this over here? Dang, all that stuff on the floor, like, then you wonder why he started getting on my mouth all the time. Just, stay under right here.
or a soda or a bag, a Philly cheesesteak, a sandwich, something on him. Whatever you want to spend it on. Most probably spending it on a nickel.